Yo, what's up, guys? So let's talk about this Raptors and Heat game that just happened. It's the first Raptors game I've been able to fully watch this year. I watched like most of the Cavaliers game. I did not get to see any of the Nets game because I was writing my midterm at the exact same time. I will talk a little bit about both games, but let's first talk about this brawl from the Miami and Raptors game. Up to this point, the Raptors were doing pretty awful, I'd say, indicated by the score here. I believe at the end of halftime, it was like 50 to 71, 72. They were just flat defensively. They did not have, they were not making any shots. OG was doing too much, but this brawl here, I'm not gonna have the audio on because I think I'll probably get copyrighted anyway by the NBA for just having their footage. So I'm not gonna bother having the audio either. But this is between Christian Koloko, the Raptors rookie, in 35 over here, and Caleb Martin, sorry, not his brother, right here. This this whole right, yeah. This was crazy to watch live. I was screaming at the TV. My mom was screaming at the TV. It was a whole thing. Like this, it's not that much of a brawl. It's not like there were any punches or anything. But I mean, it was a lot of hoopla, a whole lot of hoopla, and this inspired the Raptors afterwards, obviously, to go on a big run. I believe they went on like a 20 to like 7 run or something like that. It might have been even better. Throughout the rest of the game, after this sequence, they went like 40 and 24 or something like that. So they came back in this game, and it was relatively close. Raptors eventually lost, but let's look at how this started. So as you can see here, off the rebound, if we go back even just to see it in action, as you can see here, they're trying to box out each other. Caleb Martin grabbing like the back of he wraps his arm around him, and then it's like this whole thing. He tries to grab the rebound. He's still on, holding him behind him. He falls down. And then he was like right here. He's standing over him, you know? And then Christian gets up, and then Caleb pushes into him. They fall over on a bunch of chairs. Everyone comes running around. Now, if we look at the replay, here. Yeah, so as you can see, he's pushing his elbow in the back of him. He tries to grab on a little bit because he's like falling down, obviously. And then he's down. And this is the part, obviously, they both got ejected. I think, I don't totally agree with it, but it makes sense with like the way the NBA works. They're not really going to favor one person or another in any type of brawl situation, in any type of fighting, any type of like physical outside of basketball situation. Like they're not going to favor any one player. I don't think they would unless it's like totally egregious. But as far as I know, it makes sense for the NBA and like the refs to just eject both of them, just so it doesn't look like there's any favoritism or whatever, because they both had part in it. But this part over here, when Caleb just like stands over him, like trying to like be tough after just pushing him down, and then this is the part, Christian stands up, obviously. There's a guy above you after just getting pushed down by him. You're going to stand up. And then it results in he just like, look at this. He just like grabs onto him. I mean, they both kind of grab onto each other. I'm not going to lie. But at this point, tensions were high, I don't know what else you can expect. And then he just like pushes him into the chairs, and it's very awkward. I love his face right here. Like he's just like, what is he doing? It's very funny. This was so fun to watch in person, like live. I mean, I wasn't there. I'm not in Miami, but it was so funny to watch in person. And they're just staring at each other here. Again, another replay. Falling over. And then he stands over him. Obviously, he's like, you know, whatever. And then they just push against each other. It's kind of stupid, but it's pretty entertaining. And is very fun to watch. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're speeding up. I don't know. They messed up trying to do the replay over there. But obviously, like I said, they both got ejected. This sparked the Raptors' run afterwards. They were playing awful defense. They were like just giving up so many easy shots, so many open shots, a ton of threes for Miami. And we were making a good amount of threes as well, I will say. But in like the second quarter, we just were not. And right, Scotty got injured in this game. He first like hit his shoulder somewhere. He left, he came back. Then he had a really nice play that I'll show where he landed and he sprained his right ankle, which really sucks. I don't know how long he'll be gone. He's going to be gone for a while. It's a right ankle sprain, like they said. In the very end of the game, Gary got knocked on the inside of his knee. So, I mean, hopefully he's coming back. This Miami game was just a mess. It's always a mess when the Raptors and Miami play. They're going to be playing again on Monday, which is great. I'm so happy. I will say, though, through these first 3 games, the Raptors have been okay. Pascal has been absolutely incredible. In the Nets game, he scored 37, like 13 rebounds and 11 assists, right? A crazy triple-double. We lost. He was really good in the Cavaliers game as well. He's been offensively amazing, defensively amazing as well. I'll make a further expanding video tomorrow about the Raptors' 3 games so far. But in this game, Miami just made a lot more shots at the beginning, and the Raptors were defensively not doing our best. Gary was okay. He had a good, bad game. He had some big shots near the end, but he also took some shots near the end that was not, I would not advise. Obviously, Scotty being out. OG, man. Let's talk about OG. Quick look at the box score, though. OG, 13 points, 5 of 14. We're going to talk about him. We're going to look in some plays. Scotty obviously got injured. Pascal, really good. Gary, pretty good. Some shots near the end where I wouldn't really like, but you know, it is what it is. Fred, it kind of looks like he had a bad game. He kind of did have a bad game. He was in major foul trouble at the beginning. He got like 2 really stupid fouls. He got 4 fouls in the first half, but he did not foul out. He played like 20 plus minutes with 5 fouls out there, 10 assists. Him and Pascal with 9 assists, Pascal with 8 rebounds, almost another triple-double. A really good playmaking between those two. Precious Achiuwa had a really good game as well, 18 off the bench. Other than him on the bench, not that much production. Malachi Flynn had some run, which was nice to see. Overall, Raptors bench is still a problem, but Precious was pretty good today. He made a few threes, 11 rebounds, you know, pretty decent game. But OG, now I'm gonna have a video coming out soon, probably the day after this one comes out, where I'm gonna talk about my expectations for the Raptors. I was hoping that video would come out before the season because it would be like my expectations going into the season. Obviously, it did not, school and everything, but that video I think will be better now that there is some games to base it off what I wanted them to see and what I've seen so far. But with OG, my question was, what is his role on the team? And obviously, right now he's a 3-and-D guy, amazing on-ball defender. You know, one of the best in the league. Offensively, amazing 3-point shooter. He can finish some plays. He's been trying to expand his role into more of a ball handling, creating shots. Here he gets a screen from Gary, and it's just very awkward with OG. He has a thing, whenever he gets the ball and he has to dribble like more than 2 times. It's just very awkward. He often stumbles. He often loses the ball. His handle, while it's gotten better over time, is still not that good. And just him making these shots is just so awkward. I don't know. I don't want to hate on him. I love OG, but it's just very frustrating. I don't know if this clip will also be another one. It's just a little awkward, you know? He gets in. Damn, why does I keep doing that? He gets in, feet kind of whatever, and he doesn't really have that touch. He doesn't really have the footwork like that. This is what he's best. Reliable 3-point shooter. He made a big shot near the end of this game when it seemed like it was out of. See, threes are his game, obviously, to make that one. But he made a big shot at the end of the game to get it pretty close. Again, that one was, I mean, it went in, but it's still a little awkward. That one's not bad, you know. I mean, there's ups and downs. This shot really epitomizes OG with the ball in transition, and he just loses it. Obviously, he got it swiped out. He got it swiped out, but you know, this is an important part. It's a 1 minute 46 seconds left, 10-point game in transition, and we lose the ball. It's not his fault that we lost this game, but the experiment of OG being more of a ball handler, I don't know how well it's going, but right here, you know, he made a big shot. He made a big shot like that when it was like desperately needed. So I'm not saying to trade him. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know if he's really gonna be able to take another. I mean, hopefully he takes a jump, but like a big jump where he's like a reliable shot maker off the dribble like that, I don't believe in that. Ultimately, you know, it's not his fault that we lost this game. I just don't think that he's gonna ever take this leap where he's a reliable shot maker like that. I would love to be proven wrong, but right now I think his best job is hitting those threes and occasionally, very occasionally, making a shot, like creating his own shot. But I don't know. He's had runs before, like last season he had some run doing that. Obviously he was injured a lot more last season. I don't know. I love OG, but I'm not sure.